Alice. I'm a little ticked off, but now I have 3 specialists I gotta go to. So, hang on, I gotta cover up the dog. Go, here, come on. And, sorry, I'm making cigarettes as we speak because it is what it is. And my box got smashed, and it's hard to make them. Yeah, but Alice, this is all got to be out of pocket. So I've got to go see a neurologist out of pocket. And I got to go and see a rheumatologist out of pocket. And a shrink out of pocket. Until November. But I've got to get this done for my insurance purposes. Even though they dropped me. How have you been feeling? I haven't looked at your kitty video yet. I've got to look at that. I haven't. My phone is in my bedroom. I fell asleep. And when you called, I think I was sleeping. And I haven't taken it out of my bedroom yet. Most phone junkies would just slap me, but I'm not in the... I wasn't in the mood to talk to anybody. It says there's 2 people on here. Howdy, whoever's on here. And tomorrow I'm going to upload a video. Tomorrow I'm going to upload a video on Christopher's snake adventure. Am I froze or something? Hello? Oh, there you go. I'm probably going to get a lot of slack because it's a dead snake. So, but snakes stay within a certain area. And even if you move them, they're going to come back. So, he had to go bye-bye. Had it have been an old snake, it wouldn't have bothered so much. Yeah. I mean, it's been known that if you move a snake too far from its dwelling, it'll die anyway. So, I don't know if Christopher's on here or not, because he just got home from work right at dark time, and we've been having storms, and I'm gonna get a picture of... Oh, why are you the only one talking? Hello, whoever else is there. Welcome to my world. It's kind of late though, so whoever it is might have fallen asleep. Hello, Joyce. How are you? Welcome. I know you're probably here because of Christopher. He put a video out that it's nappy time. He just got off work at 7 o'clock. And poor little thing burnt himself at work. I put a thing on the other channel. I know. Well, he got up and he's been cleaning up, or not cleaning up, but putting things in piles. Hi, Joyce. There's two Joyces in here. I know we probably won't get Buck. And Alice, if you want to text him and say that we're on, he's probably sleeping. Well, I'm not using my phone. I'd have to go get up and get it, though. Yeah, these are all smashed. I smashed them, so. So how is everybody doing? Uh-oh, looks like we lost somebody. Don't forget to hit the like button now. How are you doing, Joyce? Both Joyces. Yes, I am. It saves me about, well, a bunch of money. A carton of cigarettes costs about, depending upon where you are, anywhere between $50 to $70. And I can make a carton for, if you don't smash your thing, I can make a carton for $8 or $9, depending upon where I get my stuff. Oh, you're in Kentucky. Have you been getting any bad weather? I haven't been watching the news. I hope everybody's fine. We got a storm yesterday that scared the pea waddens out of me. Chris has got a wind thing and it only said it was like 43-mile-an-hour wind, but I promise you it was more than that. Because I was shaking in my boots. And I went in the hallway, not because of a tornado, but if I tipped over, there was nothing there that could have fallen on me. In here, things could have opened up and fallen. And so me and the poop dogs went in God, this is terrible. I have to be very careful on where I put these from now on. Anyway, yeah, if I'm driving around in the car, then I buy some cigarettes and I end up smoking them in here. But anyway, oh yeah, Yeah, I'm gonna get a wind. Well, it's not a windmill. It's a turbine. It looks like it's round and it looks like what goes on top of your house to vent your roof, and it catches the wind real good, better than a regular wind turbine. And it could charge my. Hey, Rhonda, I'm doing so. And I've got an actual video coming up about our rattlesnake encounter. Well, Christopher's rattlesnake encounter. And I'd like to get a picture of the covey of quail that are around here, because they're not bobwhites. And I'm used to bobwhite quail in Texas. Here they're not bobwhites. Doctor recommended that I go and see a couple other doctors. And hey, Brian. Howdy. I gotta do this arm. Howdy. That's my boat. I guess if somebody has Buck's number, my phone is in the bedroom. Maybe you could call or text. Call, really blow his phone up, because he had to leave early last time. Oh, you texted Buck. Okay. A lot of times, Minivan Mike comes on live and I'm sleeping. The other day, I was the only one on his live chat. Well, no, somebody else showed up, but they had to leave. Oh, okay. Oops, hang on a second. These are the last of my papers, and I'm not going to let them get any worse, so I expect Minivan Mike is sleeping. Now, when the time changes, yeah, that's what I saw. I saw they're over by Scott and Terry's. You will text her? Are you talking about Buck? Oh, and whoever's got PJ's number. The good thing is, I will tell you this much. She thinks she has taken lupus off the table. She thinks that, but I need to go to a rheumatologist to see. She thinks a lot of my problem is rheumatoid arthritis, and I have never in my life gone to a doctor that sat there and spent 25 minutes with you and listened to what you said. And I guess it's a small town, and that's the second time she's done it. Just sat there and talked to me. And said, hey, this is what's happening, and It's not what's causing your dizziness or imbalance. She said that I'm afraid you're going to have to go to a rheumatologist and a neurologist to try and work it out. So that's where I'm at. No insurance. So all this has to come out of pocket. And it stinks. Chris ought to hear something about his building. Tomorrow, I believe. Damn it. Sometimes they can't be saved. She is a good doctor. And each time I go to see her, she sits with me for 20, 25 minutes, answers my questions, poses new questions, tries to figure out with me what is going on. I'm building cigarettes. And I've got a smashed carton of tubes. So you got to straighten them out before you use them. And there's a method to the madness. And you can buy smashed tubes real cheap. Hi, Nancy. Well, she's pointing to rheumatoid arthritis, and she doesn't think that it's lupus, but I've got to go to a rheumatologist in order to find out. And they're going to check me for fibromyalgia, and there's basically no test for that except for the nerve test. Shoot. I almost swore. I really don't have to finish the rest of these, but I got to because they'll just get more smashed. And then they'll be unusable. Anyway, Brian, have you been doing any better? Hi, Carol. I know I said hi to you on Marco Polo, but this is different. I looked at your live stream. I'm sorry I missed it. But everybody seems to live stream when I'm taking a nap. And then I wake up and I get all sorts of texts from people saying somebody's on or whatever. And I heard you say you were coming out here in October on the way to Lollapalooza. Well, the one thing, Brian, is you've got yourself locked up in your house. And I know you pretty much have to be there for the animals, but hold on 1 second. Dang it. I don't know if I can save this one. Probably before that. Well, that's good. Bubba Warbuck's going to be heading down in this direction to go to the LTVA, and I think I'm going to spend the winter down in Quartzsite. And so he'll have a free place to stay out here. Yeah, your house is your safe place because that's where all your memories are. Yeah, that's what I heard you say, that you're taking a friend with you. What kind of a painting show? I like watching painting. I used to watch Bob Ross. We'll paint this happy little tree over here. It amazed me. Do you? Okay. Well, I'm gonna get an LTVA, and I may start off at La Posa South and then go down towards Yuma and by the shooting range. What's the name of it? Something Dam. I loved watching. I think everybody loved watching the guy, and apparently he was that way in real life. And I think his son paints now. RV Lucky? I'll have to look him up and tell him that you sent me. Let me write that down. Wait a minute. Look what I bought. Yay. Let's see. Is he a good painter? Imperial Dam. Thank you. That's over there almost by where you and Chris went hiking. Palm Canyon. Now I'll put that little sticky note on my computer, and that way I can look it up. Well, I understand you've got your mom. You can't spend all winter like I know you want to. No, what? It's not by Palm Canyon? Happy little sticky note, yeah. See, when you lose your mind, I got a piece of board around this air conditioner, and there'll be sticky notes all over it. But now that they got all the sales on the going back to school stuff, I'm trying to take 20 miles from Quartzsite. Okay. And Imperial Dam is about 50 miles from Quartzsite. Okay, my bad. I went by there quite a few times last winter. But if you're going to go to Palm Canyon, I won't be able to hike with you. But it is south. It's in the same direction. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. But because I've never been there before, I'll go there with you, but I promise you I will not hike with you. There's no feasible way. I'm going to tell you, the wind out here, sometimes at night, I could probably charge up my batteries just with a wind turbine, because the wind blows hellity scoot out here, because we're in between two mountain ranges. Yeah, that's I saw the sign, Imperial Dam. It's right there by the tanks. And I didn't know it was in California. I've got to I need to find something to tow my Mini. Well, Joyce, it's kind of hard the way the wind comes and, hey, Chris, what's up? Really? Well, then I'm not going to stay there very long. Forrest Gump wave. I got that from Nomadic Ninja because he's the best Forrest Gump imitator I think I've seen. The wind turbine that I'm getting it's a round one, and it's 400 watts, and the wind only needs to be blowing 8 miles an hour in order for it to start charging. And we've got a constant 10 to 20 mile an hour wind. So what's going on with your teeth? I didn't get a chance to see that live feed. I was sleeping. It said no teeth for you. What? Why aren't you getting your teeth? Well, I've got to figure out. I've got a nice charge controller here, and I was hoping well, I would start on the road of it, Chris, and if you're going down to well, maybe you'll get a job that's got insurance. You can go down to Mexico when you get a better job and get a good set of dentures for a good price. But you're out of pain, right? Yes, I am. I'm not going to be all fancy. Well, the no more pain to me is worth waiting for. You know, if you get a better job, you get a better job. But until then, I would still make the appointment just in case. I'm almost done here. These were a hot mess. Just a hot mess. Look how smashed they are. Anyway, Brian, are you still there? You know I don't talk religion on this channel, but you might try going to a church. Okay. Hello. So, Kira, how is your mom doing? You pretty much got her set, don't you? Except to get her other stuff moved from Colorado. Have you thought of going to some, Brian? Have you thought about going to some sort of they have free groups for mourning, you know. Hey, Chris. Okay, well, you do things the way you need to do things. There's Christopher Travels. That's my good neighbor. And you know, good neighbors are hard to find. I know. I told everybody you were probably sleeping, but I guess not. You know they got those jitterbug remotes, don't you? You know, ones with the big buttons. And what they do what some people do is they take the remote control, and let me see if I can find mine. Well, this is a remote control to my other air conditioner, but let's say this was the TV remote, and the channel up and down was here, and the volume was here, and there's all sorts of buttons that she doesn't need here. What people did was put tape over the buttons. So all there was buttons for up and down and for volume, and because she doesn't need the menu, she doesn't need anything else. So if you tape the remote control, either that or find yourself one of those big jitterbug remotes and then still tape the ones that they have, because she doesn't need anything but channel and whatever, and then you can paint that with a nail polish so she can see it. So tape up her remote so she doesn't push the wrong buttons, and then take nail polish, a red, and then just do the 2 buttons that she needs to turn the channel and the volume, because she doesn't need to be touching any buttons other than that. I saw a guy on TV that had a grandmother that, not on TV, on YouTube, that had a mom that had a seeing problem. And he did that for her. He taped up her whole remote, not so it pushes the buttons or anything, but just enough where and then they colored the buttons that she needed to push. So if you take bright red, just there are a lot of things on there that she doesn't need to touch. And if she has a hard time seeing, yeah. Sometimes they make things too difficult. Yeah, she doesn't need to touch the buttons she doesn't need to touch. So either color all the buttons that she needs to touch, or color all the buttons that she needs to keep her fingers off. One of the two. Take real bright nail polish so she can see it and say, don't touch these buttons. Yeah, she's got the hopper. Good thing about the hopper, it's funny that they did a New Jersey accent for that. So color the buttons that she doesn't need to touch then. And good thing was, with the rain today, I got to turn my air conditioner off and only use like a quarter of a tank of gas. Yeah. That sucks, because eventually all you have is like tunnel vision with that. Dang it. Hang on. Got it. Yeah, so if you don't want her to touch a button, color it red, a bright neon red, because they've got those kind of fancy nail polishes. And just go ahead and let Dish TV say something to you. Or call Dish TV and say, hey, do you have a big button remote? Because my mom can't hardly see. I've got, I think, 3 more here. 4 more. Well, shit. They went flying everywhere. They've got to have like a jitterbug for old people. You called Dish, and what did they say? They don't have anything for older people? Oh, she doesn't see colors. Okay. Well, then I suggest you find a way that, does she see shades? Well, maybe the feel of the buttons, having the nail polish on them, maybe the shade of the buttons. If she sees black and white and not colors, then I would paint them white instead of bright red. Say, don't touch the white buttons. You know, because if she can't see colors and she just sees black and white, well, then the buttons have to be black now. So paint the white ones and say, do not touch those. Or maybe the feel of the buttons that are colored will feel a little slick, and there's got to be a way to paint the well, I'm trying to think of ways to help her. I took care of a 82-year-old woman who's got dementia, and she used to have the hardest time with her remote. That's why I looked up all the ways to fix it. And there weren't very many ways except tape up buttons, but if she sees black and white, so paint the buttons white and say, do not touch the white buttons. She's probably going to touch them anyway, but it'll help her a little bit. She still won't be able to. Hold on a second. I put too much on here for. And let Dish say something about the remote. And you just tell him, well, when you come up with a jitterbug remote for old folks, then we'll talk. Right now, Well, you know, there was never a dull life, was there? I can't get this on here. Dang it. I'll be done with this. I only got 3 more to go. And this one is not. There it goes. Cooperating. Yes, Joyce, he got home from work about an hour and a half ago. He sat with me for a little while outside till it got dark, and then he had to go and relax. You know, I mean, even though we're neighbors, okay, last one, and then we're done. Aw, that's so sweet of you, Chris, to look that up for her. But, you know, being 95, you can't get mad at her because that's a long time to live. And if I live to be 95, just do me a favor and shoot me. Now, of course, Dish Network is not going to tell you there's anything else that works. No, I'm not. Shit. Some days I wake up and say, am I dead or am I alive? Is this all a dream? There. See my tobacco? And my little rolling machine. Oh, now that would, a remote one would be great, Christopher. Then she wouldn't have to even worry about pushing buttons. There. I'm sorry I bored you all with that. The things that I was straightening out were the tubes for the cigarettes. They got smashed. I don't know if you can see it. And if you play with them long enough, they'll straighten out and you can use them. And I smashed a box of them. Now I'm completely out. I'll have to buy some more. Those were tubes with filters on them. See, here's the box. Doesn't even look smashed, but it got smashed right there. All gone. Joyce, that sounds like a good idea. So we'll do the 95-year-old club, and when we all turn close to that age, we'll have a convoy. We'll probably end up having a police escort, but look at that, Carol. Christopher's almost as good as Buck is. Everybody might be mad at me because I haven't been returning phone calls. I've been in a very depressed state of mind, and I apologize. Or I'm sleeping. I sleep a lot. You can ask Christopher. I go outside, my hair is like that, just all messed up. And I sit out there and go, oh, let me put it back. Yeah, I washed it the other day, and it rained on it. Go, Clyde. Go. Go. Oh, God, this dog. Choice. We'd have each state calling the other state patrol. Here comes a bunch of damn grannies and grandpas driving. What are they going to do? Throw us all in jail? I don't think so. Oh, God. You wouldn't believe how refreshed I am at the fact that we don't have any more gnats. But guess what we got now? We've got Christopher. Tell him what we've got besides this. I know, Brian, right? True. That's what we've got. We don't have gnats anymore, but since it started raining, we've got flying gnats. Oh, and a tortoise. I don't know that you guys. Rattlesnakes, yes. Tortoises, toads, lizards, bunny rabbits, a covey of quail, which Christopher's never seen. I'm going to have to. We got a cow out here that just had a baby. And I'm trying to remember what else we have. Oh, I'm going to do a video on that tomorrow, Joyce. No donkeys. No donkeys. That's in Oatman, and I'm going to go back to Oatman this year because I've got a toad. Horny toads, which are actually lizards, yes. We've got whiptail lizards, and I almost stepped on a turtle. It was right by my steps. If Carol's still here, they said it was some sort of painted turtle because it was Georgia red clay color with a green body. Oh, you'll just say, No donkeys. Not yet, anyway. God only knows. The surprises that we're having here are we've got lizards everywhere, though. I'm like, come on now, eat them bugs. Eat them bugs. No donkeys or no horses. The horses are down the road, but they're in their pen. Yep, he's going to have a rattlesnake necklace. But apparently, Mama lost the baby, and all the cows are red and the baby's black. So I expect they bred with this bull over here that's a black Angus. Yeah, that's what I saw. I was going to call my friend, well, my ex, and ask him if he's having grasshopper problems. Apparently, they're up to the tire rims in some spots. I'm glad I didn't go to Vegas. I don't ever go to Vegas during the winter. I mean summer. I usually go during the winter. No, hell no. You didn't even skin it. I'm not eating rattle. I've had rattlesnake before. I'm not eating it again. You're braver than me. I need to buy a shotgun because as I may be decent with a pistol, but I'm not. That's true, Joyce. Yeah, that trash digger is going to get all sorts of surprises. A bag with a rattlesnake in it with the head cut off. And the fang's still there. Ooh. You know, there are dumpster divers, and he put it in one of the dumpsters by the gas station. None that would grow fast enough. But I lost another canopy, but the second one that was up is still there, and it was right next to the other one. But no, there's no plants that we don't have the water to. You know, when you first plant anything, um, you got to have water. I would like a desert willow. That's what I would like. A couple desert willows and a tulip tree. But I can't find them around here. they're not bringing in any new plants because it's July. You know, the Christmas stuff is gonna be up in a couple weeks. They're getting the garden centers all ready. The only one of my plants that made it was this one. Oh God, no what? What, Christopher? Christmas. Yeah. Well, we're up high. It gets too cold up here for poinsettias. I did plant a agave Americana, which gets huge. And then I've got two more. One I'm giving to Christopher. He's got to hurry up and make up his mind because it's got to go in the ground while it's wet. I know, right? But he needs to make up his mind where he wants to put his agave. They get about 6 foot tall. I don't know. Hey, Ox, what's up? It's against the law here in Arizona. What you doing, Ox? Thanks for showing up. Only till you get caught. Okay, I'll tell you this much. People come around here all the time. If you get it medically here, you can plant 4 plants. But that would take a lot of water, which we are lacking in. Chris ordered a water catcher. Because it's monsoon season, and now that it's rained here a couple times, it's going to keep raining. And then we can use that to, for him to take a shower but he's going to build his shower different this time. I'm going to tell you, I warned him, but we can't dig wells out here, Ox. I warned him. I said, look, move them boards. And oh, you didn't hear about our rattlesnake encounter, Ox. Or his. I'm going to say ours because it is now going to be a necklace on Christopher. It was a young rattlesnake. Anyway, so fall is the time to plant trees. And they don't have any trees out there. I guess that's one of the things I'm going to have to order online. Desert willows, tulip trees, Christopher. Good night, Brian. And please, honey, I know your priority is cleaning the house, but you've got to get out and mingle with people. Go to some sort of support group. It is good enough, Ox. He knows who you're talking. He knows who you're talking to. But Brian, find a support group for about once every couple weeks. Go, vent. Okay. I don't know, a vet center would be good. I know they have support groups that are free. Look online for support groups for somebody who just lost somebody. Please do something, because sitting in your safe zone, step out of it, step out of your circle at least once a week besides work. And if I have to jump in my toad and come down to San Diego and grab you by the ear and take you, I will. Thank you, Ox. He's not a fool. He's just mourning. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Joyce. Thank you. My words don't come out. I would like to see San Diego, but not for that reason, okay? You need to get a support group, even if it's an online support group. My friend has a disease that's I can't pronounce, and she goes in a support group and she feels a lot better about what's going on with her life because she goes to that support group. Oh Lord, Chris, I need for you to grab my garbage tomorrow. No, never mind. I gotta go to the store. So the thing from our patios is smelling. Morning does take quite a while, and it takes you've got it. Some people get over it quick, some people don't. And you've got to go through the 7 stages, and I know, but sometimes it's hard for me to even get dressed, Christopher. You know that. It will help to talk to other people that's lost loved ones, and they'll help you cope. There you go, Ox. Good night, Brian. Sleep well, sweetie. Damn, that stuff stinks. Get my own garbage. Damn, Chris, that was cold. I may have to put it outside. No, let me burn incense. I'll be right back. I got to make another toddy. I started using these because of the gnats, but they turn out pretty handy. I'll be right back. No, you know what I smell? I smell that lake. That's what I smell. I smell the damn lake. I'll be right with you. Oh, you can see me. I was just lighting some incense. Little bit of a toddy here. Okay. There we go. Coco is in the bed. This is actually a dress. See, it's actually a dress. I love it. It's comfortable as heck. But I wear it as a nightie. And it's kind of chilly with the humidity. Let me see if I can get her. But I actually got my chair to myself, which is a good thing. Coco Butt, where you at? She's in the bedroom. She realized she could look out the window and see stuff that moves. And when she sees stuff that moves, then she goes to barking. I'm surprised she's not. I think she might be mad at me. I know, right? She'll be out here soon enough. But she's, I imagine, laying in the bedroom. See, Christopher comes over and the dogs go crazy. So Mine doesn't care whether I go to bed or not, as long as she's close to me. And they love Christopher. So he comes over and he opens up the door and he lets Clyde out, not Coco, because Coco will wander. And with that, especially with the rattlesnake thing and the weather changing, we don't let her out. He just lets Clyde out and he runs to his place, and then he runs back and Clyde chases with him, so he gets a little bit of exercise. He had just gone out to go poopies before Christopher came home. We don't take the dogs out at night, or I don't, because rattlesnakes come out at night looking for a warm spot. Yeah, Clyde licks the daylights out of Christopher before he tries to hump him. Oh no, I said his name and he's moving in his bed. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Hi, baby. But Christopher lets him out. He's not on a leash and they run. And yeah, Coco, she's fixed and she still likes you that much. Hi, baby. Is it too hot under the blankie? Is it too hot under the blankie? But he takes Clyde for a run, and he runs. Clyde runs after him, and he runs around. I'm going to have to do a video on it. I should have today, but my battery went dead on my camera. I should really take my GoPro out and see how that works. We haven't seen any coyotes out here, but that doesn't mean there's not any here. Yeah, we've got a couple hawks out here, so they may not be able to take Clyde. Yes, we have hawks. They may not be able to take Clyde, but they would definitely be able to take Coco. So she is always on a leash. We're gonna fence in an area for them and then put a cover over it so no hawks can come down and swoop. We don't have any owls that I know of. I haven't heard an owl yet. Well, is the sun here, because we're up at 4,200 feet elevation, the sun here is pretty hot. Yes, we're in the desert. The only thing that we haven't seen yet, no owls. I haven't heard an owl yet. Maybe we can build a huge teepee. Because, Indians had fires in teepees and they just went out. The heat just went out the top. Really? Well, they're quiet because I haven't heard any. Wow. Well, there's not really enough trees here for them to roost on. Yeah, we can make something like that. Yeah, everything lives in the ground here. All right. We've got burrowing tortoises. And Chris is going to make a montage of all the critters that he's seen. And they all live in the ground. He's got a little, I don't know, it looks like a chipmunk, but it's not. It's too small to be a prairie dog and no stripes. We don't have any more gnats, Joyce. We have ants now. The gnats are gone. You know, they almost ran me out of here. But one was playing outside by Christopher's Frankie after he moved it. And he was playing peekaboo with me in the hole. He'd come out, see if I was still there, and then go back in. It's a little bit bigger than a chipmunk and a little smaller than a prairie dog. But he was going in his hole and then coming out and looking. And then he'd see me and he'd go back in his hole. Too small to be a ground squirrel. We'll try and get a picture of it, or I'll try and get a video because Chris doesn't seem to. I thought about that. It could be a gopher rat or a kangaroo rat, but I don't think it's a kangaroo rat. Pocket gopher. We're in Wilcox, Arizona, southern Arizona by Interstate 10. Wait. They sell them. If they sell them by the drums, we'll have to buy some. Well, this one didn't have a real long, fluffy tail. It might be a ground squirrel. I don't know. But we don't feed the critters here. Yeah. Walk outside and all you smell is peppermint. Peppermint Patty does not live here. Well, actually, essential oils, you put it in with olive oil and then spray it. You know, you just use a couple drops. But whatever it is, we need something because the bugs here are. Well, not if it's gonna. The tortoises and the toads seem to be. And red ants, we've got red ants everywhere. They're going absolutely crazy in this rain. We need to drink something with it, Chris. What we could do is put rags in it and hang the rags up because oil doesn't dry like water. Now we're going to have mosquitoes because we've got water everywhere. Oh my God, it never stops. Look, old Oxy's doing his homework. But I don't have my phone here. It's in the bedroom. Ground squirrels? Okay, so I guess that's what it is a ground squirrel. He was playing like a squirrel. He was over by Frankie just a jumping and having a good time because the weather was changing and it wasn't hot. And played peekaboo. No, it wasn't a chipmunk. There was no stripes on it. That's what that's what it was, just a little bigger than a chipmunk. So that's what you've got over there, Christopher. He's got a hole right by Frankie. I burn lavender. As a matter of fact, I'm burning lavender incense right now. I opened up my shower today to feed the dogs, and all that's down at the bottom of the shower are dead gnats. Hundreds of them, hundreds of them. So it looks like I'm going to have to take that apart or take everything out of there and swoop up those gnats. Yeah, we've got a lot of critters out here, and the turtle I saw. Let me go get my phone. Hang on a second. Okay. Let's see. Go to my pictures. There he is. I've never seen. Oh shit. Hang on, let me lower the contrast on this. Okay. It won't let me make it bigger. But if you look, shit. Wait a minute. There it is. It's like, let me start it over. It's got like clay red. And it's bright green. You can't really see it. It went back under the RV. I almost stepped on it when I came out. Scared the shit out of me. Yeah, there's sandhill cranes out here because we've got the lake. And yeah, it was about that big. I almost stepped on it. It was right by my step, and it's like, oh shit. I know we got burrowing tortoises. What are you doing, Clyde? You want to go back in your bed? It's 66 degrees outside. Now, Carol's friend said that was a painted turtle, but there's no water right here by us, so yeah, it says let me go off the screen. Oh, it says 70 on my phone, but the other thing said 66. Box turtle. That's what they said. Well, everything's turning green out here now that it rained. I even got grass. I did a video on that, and I said it looks like I'm gonna have to get a lawnmower because we've got grass in the desert. It was a good size. He went under my RV. I don't know where he went from there because I didn't see any tracks. I just know that it scared the crap out of me, people. I looked down and you always look down when you step down because you never know what's going to be down there. And I looked down and there was a big old turtle. And I said, oh, crap. And that's what that one looked like. You couldn't really see it. It looked like the color of Georgia clay. Well, that's why I wanted desert willow because they're and then they have the pencil tree. And I almost bought one of those the other day. Now is the time to plant during the season. Because the water around here is okay, the lake is filled with the overflow from sewage. They treat it, and then there's none for sale around here, Joyce. And then they treat it, and then they pump it in this lake, and they think the groundwater around here is contaminated, so you can't drill a well. Well, here's another thing. The aquifer down here is running low because of all the farmers using all the water. If you look on Wilcox, there was a water battle going on a few years ago. People had wells go dry because the farmers would run it dry. How could Yeah, but it's going to get to the point, Christopher, that is we can get water, but it's going to be when it starts flooding because of it can't absorb anymore. So, if I build here, I have to have somebody do a drill test to see how far it is to stable ground. And then I have to dig down till the stable ground, and then put stable soil on it before I can build, and then pack it down. So, or that's if you have a foundation, or I have to drill down deep enough to get the stable ground and then put pier and beams. Yeah. So that's a few $1,000s for that. And then we have to have, in order to build here, a surveyor come out and see what level we're at. And see if we're in flood zone. But we're in the higher part of the area. And in back of the land, part of our land is what's it called? A wash. I hope it never rains enough for that wash to sow. Yeah, the map says we're in a 100-year flood zone, though. I know, Ox. We went in and had a meeting with the zoning manager, and that's what he told us. And I told him, I said, look, I'm disabled, and I wanted this to be my forever home once I can't walk. And, he said, don't get don't do anything drastic. So he's saying we can uh, put a shed out here and store kitchenware and a bed, and we can store a couch and a chair. What's orbits? All the plants are turning green. Orbeez. What is that? Just build pontoons under BAM. Well, with the plant life here, I don't think we can also build French drains that drains everything to the wash. So, I mean, that's no big deal. Just dig a couple ditches, put drain pipes and gravel over that. Ah, okay. Well, I want to make some raised gardens because I don't want to uh, oh, that's sort of like, ooh, that's that gel stuff, silica. A barn boat, yeah. A lofted barn boat. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna get a lofted barn. Just buy a box of garbage diapers, cut it open, and pour the stuff that holds the whatever long enough. But yucca grows good out here if you could find it. Yeah, but you've got to keep a mulch pile damp in order for it to work. They have a mulch pile down here. Yeah, I used to do mulch in Texas, which was which was Okay, Rhonda, that's okay. I'm not growing vegetables. That's too much trouble. I just want flowers because there's enough bees out here to. We were thinking about growing a beehive, getting a beehive. Hey, Bear, are you coming down here this winter? Joyce, thanks for coming. Well, good. I look forward to seeing everybody. Good night, Joyce. Sleep well. We have cutter bees out here that are going to drive me crazy. I have to figure out how to deter them. I had a real nice vine that they cut the leaves. I mean, it was ridiculous. Brake cleaner, what? I don't want to deter. There was a bee, a regular bee out here today, and there was a wasp, a yellow wasp. And I'm like, get away. Well, I don't want to kill regular bees. Those cutter bees just, I had oregano, no, what was it? Rosemary out there. They didn't mess with that. But because of the gnats, I couldn't water them and they died. But they live in arid conditions. So does lavender. And it's supposed to keep all the critters away. Yeah, I don't want to kill the honeybees. Clyde is just snoring away. Coco's on the bed. Here I'm sitting on the edge of the chair like she's behind me. I guess we'll have to get a can of brake cleaner. Yes, have it. It hurts my back and my butt, though, to sit like that. But they so there's a lot of critters out here. Night Ox, thanks for coming and good advice. We'll buy some diapers and cut it open. and use that around our trees. Good night, Ox. I need some plants around here, though. The rain has really helped with my agave. Thanks for the advice, and I love having you here. Thanks for coming. But now is the time they should be getting trees in because it's monsoon season. And Christopher, you need to find a spot for your agave out here. So, Bear, I'm going to be happy to see you this winter. And I don't know, I didn't watch Bob's live chat tonight. So, does anybody know if the RTR is going to be in California? And Jamie put out a video that the van build is going to be November 8th and it's going to run for 16 days. Cool, Bear. And then, so I'm going to go to the van build in November. Good night, Nancy. Thanks for coming. I know Jamie did a video on the van build, so it'll be in Parker at the same place it was last year. And there's already 100 people set up. I want to sign up for getting a junction box put up on my solar panels. We must have lost Chris. Well, it's going to be great to see you, Bear. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to interrupt. It's I know, right? How is your friend that started How's Kathy doing? Is that her name? I know she's fighting uh breast cancer. I saw that on one of Bob's. She's up in Flagstaff now from what I heard, getting treatment. I pray that everything one okay. How's she feeling? Is she doing okay? That's fantastic. I mean, I almost died when I heard it was, I think Bob said it was stage 4. I may have to make an emergency flight to Georgia here um, this winter because my daughter's father, baby daddy, isn't doing very well. He's fighting non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it went from stage 2. Hang on, I got a text. I gotta turn there you go, brightness up. Okay, Christopher's gone. He's going to bed. He says good night to everybody. I'm going to try and go in that same spot, Bear, that I was last year, behind you on the other side of the wash. I really did like that little spot, except it was too windy to do fires. Now, the Yuma BLM down there is pretty strict, but you don't have anything you stick in the ground. They don't want you sticking anything but spikes for tents. Oh, I'll be going down to I'm gonna start off at La Posa South. Then I'm going to go to, Carol said what it was, Imperial Dam, and then I'll probably head to uh Fortuna Pond. That'll be in between. And then I'm going to have to figure out the mummy mash. Oh my God, Alice. Bless your heart. Okay, sleep tight. Thanks for coming. I'm sorry it was so late. I keep forgetting we're 3 hours behind everybody. But when time changes, we'll only be 2 hours behind. Uh, it's kind of cool, so I hope I get a good night's sleep. Sleep tight, Alice. Thanks for coming, honey. And I'm sorry I was sleeping when you called. Anyway, so I guess it's getting late for everybody, so I'll shut it down. Um, I just wanted to come on and say hello. And the doctor visit went so. And tomorrow's the 1st. Oy, yay. So everybody have a good night. Okay, do that. You should text more and say hello. I guess I could text too and say hello. Good to see you, Rhonda. Bear. And there's one other person in here, and I can't remember who it is. A lurker, maybe. Good night. I'll shut the stream down at a record 2 hours instead of 3. Good night.